7 holes so far. Amy Yang, the runner-up a couple of years ago to Na Yun Choi for birdie at the 6th. 4 birdies in her first 6 holes, but not a single par in her first 7, as it also featured the 9th. We pick up Amy Yang on the tee. Big factor a couple of years ago at Black Wolf Run in the runner-up position. But again, not one par until the 8th hole, the last.
I'll have to be careful there at the 9th hole location in the back center of the green. There's another one of the runoff areas. And is that going to stay? It's creeping.
It's playing a little longer today than it has in the previous 2 rounds. As a matter of fact, almost 20 yards longer.
And this one getting a lot longer distance away from the hole. There we go. Well, might as well just take up residence in the drop zone there. Well, she looks that over. Back to Amy Yang. Getting her second. Again, just landed right in the drop zone.
Well, that's a well-played shot there. Bumped it into the upslope. Controlled the distance nicely.
That was just earlier. So Yang now, who's had this adventurous front 9, looking for the save. That's well done from back behind there. Stays at 1 under. So after no pars in the first 7 holes, all of a sudden she's steady.
Out at the par 5 10th now. This will be Amy Yang's second shot. Just 453 yards this par 5 today, so a good opportunity for players that want to be aggressive that will climb up the front edge and hopefully stay right there. Players have had all kinds of problems with that putt.
To her in a moment. We go back over to 10.
And this is Amy Yang now for an eagle 3. Very difficult to get the right pace here. Players have raced it by the hole.
Yeah, a little upslope right there. But boy, she's judged it perfectly. Mark,
how about it? That is an easy birdie for Amy Yang. And it gets her to -2. We're to 11.
And Amy Yang has this for birdie. Jane Crafter with this second to last group.
And hit a beautiful hybrid to this point from 205. This hole playing quite long today. About 30 feet downhill, up and over a little ridge.
Solid round going for Yang, even with 3 bogeys coming off birdie.
You would not have been able to.
Both punch out at 11. We go up to 12.
In the native area as well, Amy Yang.
Seemed like she had a good lie, but the key here is to make sure you get good contact so the ball stops, so it just doesn't release. And it looks like she judged that very well.
So that was a moment ago. Now the birdie attempt for Amy to get to 3 under par, which would put her just 3 shots back of Michelle's lead.
Should turn a little left.
And it does. Barely sneaking over that front edge. So the runner-up from a couple of years ago in the U.S. Women's Open is squarely in second right now. As we say,
this thing is close. Yang is now just 1 off the pace.
And she is out in the fairway of 13, Jane.
Well, she has been playing some good golf. A little erratic early, but she's settled down. 106 yards to this front right hole location that's just right over the false front. A little bit into the breeze as well.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a tricky hole location. I think she judged that very well.
15.
Where Amy Yang has a birdie putt here, Jane.
Well, Mark, this is a bit of a tricky putt to read. This hole today is just right on a little knoll in the front part of the green on the right. It looks to me like this one is going to go just a little left, but they've studied this a long time. It's going to be very, very quick. And it just sort of hung out there.
It really didn't look like she committed to that putt.
No, she didn't, but Amy Yang has gotten herself right into...
Not the brown. Let's go to 14.
And here is Amy Yang in solo second, just 1 back. 429-yard par 4.
Be heading a little left. Yep, that will be in the natural area. So now
we're coming live with Amy Yang, who's doing a little damage control of her own.
Well, she's drawn a pretty good lie. She and Caddy Dave Potvent are going over the numbers. We have her at 169.
She finished second to the golfer you just saw there, Na Yun Choi, runner-up at that 2012 U.S. Women's Open, and was the only player other than Choi to finish under par on a very difficult golf course, Black Wolf Run.
And Annika, I think that this young lady has a lot of talent.
Oh, there's a lot of talent in Amy Yang. I'm really surprised that she really hasn't done better. She's only won one time on the LPGA.
Yeah, she won as an amateur the Australian Ladies Masters in 2006 at age 16. Huge talent. I think her best is yet to come. She's got plenty of green to work with here. This whole location's all the way in the back.
Smart
Good
shot.
effort.
Yep, very smart shot. Do not want to risk going over this green.
Yeah, spent her high school years in the Gold Coast of Yang birdie attempt at 14 now, Jane.
And should have gotten a good teach from Jee Lee about the pace. Uphill all the way, some 45 feet for Amy.
Well, might have gotten a read on the pace, but certainly didn't get a read on the line.
Exactly.
Wonder if she's had a look at a leader.
Send you back a hole to 14 now.
And 24-year-old Amy Yang.
And a little work to do here for her par. She putted pretty nicely the last couple of days. 27 putts the first day, 31 the second day. And good ball striking. Very good ball striker, Annika.
Oh, yes. I would say that her short game is equally as good. I like her tempo on the putts, and I think that suits her very well in these type of championships. Fast greens.
Yeah, she kind of reminds me of Sayri Park, really.
Lives in Orlando, but born in South Korea. Won her first LPGA title last year in a playoff. Birdie the last hole to get into that playoff.
That's a good save there.
And Yang remains at 3 under, tied for the lead. So we and Yang are 4 better than Thompson. And
I would have expected it to be more flat on the green.
This is 15, one of the co-leaders, Amy Yang.
In very still conditions right now, playing 154. This is an 8-iron for Amy. Just really needs to land at about 147. Couple over that false front. Just right of the flag. Nice effort.
Good job out of Amy there on the 15th tee. Runner up a couple of years ago. It's actually in
1967.
I love those rocking chairs, Dan. Don't you? A little southern living down there.
Southern hospitality, southern lifestyle, humidity.
Amy Yang now for the outright lead.
Oh, a big putt across the green, about 15 feet, Steve. I don't see a huge amount in it. It might drift a little left.
Seem to never move. Go back 1 to 14.
And after a perfect drop.
Don, probably the easiest you can find on that hole.
15.
Yang to remain tied for the lead at 3 under. So Amy with 3 holes to play here in round 3 of this.
Up on the tee now. This is Amy Yang, Jane.
And the ideal line is down the left center of this fairway. It's quite brown down this side, and you can really get some extra distance. Playing 461 today.
See the fairway bunkers on the right that Stacey Lewis just played out of. That's not good. But this one is.
Yeah, that's absolutely perfect, Mark.
Oh, and just rolls through a little sand-filled
Our
divot.
key group superstars, Thompson and Wee, have.
They look at their yardage books. Let's go over to 16 and the leader.
And Amy Yang from pretty much the center of the fairway.
Yes, Mark, indeed. Absolutely perfect lie. 209 to the hole. If any breeze at all, which is hardly any, just a little in her face.
It's Been a difficult second shot today. Typical Donald Ross green, this 16th, where it will repel a shot in either direction on the sides, and you do not want to go long today.
Fewest birdies of any hole on the course through 2 rounds, just 10 made it this long par 4.
Oh, and this is a very poor shot. Quick hook left.
That is a really good bounce for a moment. It's going to head on further left now, though, but should end up in the bunker. That's not the absolute worst spot. The lie appears to be good, a little bit on the upslope, but not a very good shot. Sort of a nervous looking swing there.
Coming down the final stretch of this 3rd round of the 69th U.S. Women's Open, and Amy Yang, the leader by 1, is at 16.
And as I said before, pretty good lie here, a little bit on the upslope. Plenty of green to work with.
Carried that one just about perfectly. Got it over the little side slope. Well done.
Julie Inkster, who's long been done with her 3rd round, and now that +2 is tied for 3rd. So things have really changed with Wee and Lexi Thompson coming back to the pack, and Amy Yang not exactly running away with it and having this for par at 16.
Yeah, a little bit of work to do here. So we hear rumbles of thunder in the background.
That's
a heck of an up and
beautiful
down.
stroke there. Good up and down from the green side bunker for the leader. And she will head over to the 17th tee, which is directly adjacent here to the 16th green.
Direction.
Good look at the hole location here, the 161-yard par 3 17th, where the leader of the championship, Amy Yang, has arrived.
Yeah, hole cut just some 7 paces over the edge of that front bunker.
Shouldn't be.
It does play downhill a little bit, Gary, and not much breeze at all to speak of right now.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, here Dave Pottervent say USGA logo in the middle of the green. That's a smart play.
So Yang 3 under, best round by far on the course going. The best round of the championship turned earlier by Julie Inkster. The next best to Julie's 66 is a 69. Some 6 players have matched that. Yang has a chance to get in there close to Inkster.
And this is a 7-iron. She might have been aiming at the USGA sign, Gary, but that's not where it's headed.
Got away with it. It's going to get into the back bunker. But, yeah, that was definitely pushed. Looked like she was a little late on the swing.
Up at 18. That is in the balance for tomorrow. And Amy Yang just might get her hands around it, but there's a lot of golf left. She's in that bunker at the 17th.
And Dan, this is not a favorable lie. The ball is above her feet and on a downslope. And Annika, this has got to be one of a tough shot. Really not what she had in mind here.
Well, I always thought the ball above your feet was not a bad position because you can get the club into the sand a little bit easier than when it's below your feet.
How about that?
Yeah, very, very well done.
Yeah, when it's below your feet, the heel of the club tends to grab first, and you hit a lot of them short. But I like what she did here. She didn't try to elevate the shot. She just went ahead and played a shot that came out much lower than you would expect. So a little bit more of a square club face, hit well behind the ball, had plenty of room, landed it short, and let it release down to the hole.
What do you get for that, Gary?
Yeah, sometimes you got to be quick, Dan.
Here's sanded.
Good technique there on that shot. You just don't want to have that one if you can avoid it. As we go to 17.
And Amy Yang trying to complete a nice up and down and remain the leader by 1 over Wee. All 3 of those bogeys came in the first 7 holes. They were sandwiched around 4 birdies as she made only 2 pars on the opening 9. Really settled down.
That distance, yeah, I would think it would be much tougher on the longer putts.
375-yard par 4 18th. The leader Yang on the tee. Jane?
Yeah, and playing from this forward right tee box, certainly a different angle than the men played from. But Amy Yang really must keep this. If she goes down the left center with a little fade, that would be ideal.
I love this golf swing. She's got a little bit of what I'd call that squat move. As she comes down, she kind of dips down and then kind of moves back up again, using the ground for leverage.
And this one's starting down the right side, just drawing back. It should be fine.
It's in great shape. Here for Amy Yang, who won the 2006 ANZ Ladies Masters as an amateur. You talk about all these young women playing so well. It made her the youngest winner in Ladies European Tour history at the time. Her record has since been broken by the aforementioned Lydia Ko. But here's a gal that won early, won big, but again, just 1 win now that she's on the LPGA Tour.
And just 121 left. Front hole location.
Particularly like that one. The strike was not great.
Again, has been really solid on this back 9 after making 3 early bogey. Here with the weather, there was a pretty good chance of thunder showers earlier in the day. No delays as of yet as Yang plays her 3rd up here at 18, leader of the championship.
And I think a smart club to have chosen, although she's given this a good hit, needs to settle. Wow.
We've seen that a few times today when the players are putting up the green. It's really hard to judge the distance.
So a couple of par putts left here for Yang. I mean, why wouldn't you want to just go out and have fun and play your best golf? And that seems to be the recipe for her. Back over at 18. We got a par attempt here for Yang.
Well, what an important putt it is. That certainly gives you a lot of confidence going into tomorrow if you could hole a putt like this under pressure. Downhill, should turn a little left.
Yeah, easy to miss this one low, Jane. A lot of players don't see how much the ball breaks. Oh, hit a good putt.
Sure did.
Well, that's a pretty unforced error from 121 yards out.
And this one looked very good. That was a continuation of her B game by her standards.
And now Yang for the bogey. Is it going to be her day tomorrow after the close call 2 years ago at Blackwell Front? How about those last 2 scores? 69 and 68 for Yang. Second best of the day. Only Julie Inkster had a better 3rd.
Thank you. Ice cream sounds awfully good. We are here with Amy Lang, and you are sharing the lead right now with 18 holes to play. Amy, what was it like out there for you today?
You know, the weather was really hot, but I think I stayed really well. I was hitting the ball really solid today and had good speed on the green. I had a great round today.
In 2010, you were in the final group at Oakmont with Paula Creamer. You saw her win.
Yeah.
2 years ago, you saw Ayeon Choi win, and you were in 2nd place. Did you learn anything those couple of weeks that you might apply tomorrow in this final round?
Yes, I learned a lot of things, and this is my maybe 3rd experience. I will think I'm gonna do pretty good.
Well done through 54 holes. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Danny, Amy Yang, right there, 200 par.
All right, thank you, Steve. A little example of how Amy Yang turned in the 2nd best round of the day at 68. Yang began the day at even. Started with a bogey, but got right back on track with a birdie at the 2nd to quickly get it back to even, and then kept up the momentum at the 3rd.
Yeah, this is a little shorter par 4. Here she put herself in the right spot, and I think she's been judging the speed really well this week, and it's certainly panned off on that hole.
Got into red figures and then kind of went on a roller coaster ride the rest of the 9. Ended up making the turn at 1 under, and then the eagle attempt at the par 5 10th.
Yeah, this was not easy. Some 70+ feet and almost almost made it.
Birdie there, got her to 2 under, and then looking for more at the 12th birdie attempt.
Well, this is another par 4, and I think her approach shots really set her up well for birdies. And you can see here, nicely judged there again.
Got her to 3 under, pars at 13, 14, 15, and then a nice save at 16.
Yeah, 16's been the second hardest hole.